the same way. So that's our interpretation anyway. So Jesus Christ, having been baptized by John the Baptist and having become a member of a Syrian community, is I don't know why it should be considered objectionable by anybody. It is how it should have been. It is how it was decreed and mentioned in the earlier scriptures.
My second part.
Second part, yes.
I also wanted to know the Ahmadiyya position regarding the authenticity of the Nag Hammadi and Dead Sea Scroll documents.
You see, I'm already working on that. Please. I have put a team of young researchers, boys and girls, on the issue of Dead Sea Scrolls, and we are working in depth to discover the secrets underlying and to unfold the mystery. The non-Ahmadi scholars have their own attitude and their own approach to this problem, but they are also divided into two sharp categories. Those who believe to be the people of Dead Sea Scroll or people living around Qumran, etc., to belong to a period earlier than Jesus Christ, and according to this group, they are Essenes, the group to which John the Baptist belonged. And it is the second opinion, and the scholars in America are also sharply divided into two categories. We have made some contact with them as well. They are of the opinion that they were Christians who had to go underground because of some outward threats. And because of those threats, they wrote their message in cryptic language, so that even when caught, they will not be blamed and they will not be punished for that. So this is the second opinion. As to the references to the people of the period, that is the contemporaries, unfortunately there is none. So far our researchers have tried to find any positive references whereby you could bind the time with this known person living in that time. They have failed to do so. So we are now attacking the problem from a different perspective. I have instructed them to first study the history of persecutions from a few hundred years before Jesus Christ, running on into the period that is post-Jesus Christ period, and find out who was persecuting whom. Because this community has no raison d'être unless it was persecuted and it was afraid of some community outside who could threaten them, and more than that, their message. They seem to be a very ascetic community, very clean and healthy community. And previously it was thought that they were against marriage and they didn't believe in families, but this is wrong, because around the Dead Sea Scrolls, in the burial places, now they have discovered large number of families with women and children buried there. So the theory of their being ascetics entirely to the sense that they did not believe in the institution of marriage is now thrown overboard. Around the Dead Sea Scrolls, I have said, there are cemeteries, underground cemeteries, and which now they have discovered many families. So they were people with some families. They were people who were driven out of some threat on the surface of the earth to seek refuge underground. And they cared far more for their message than for their own lives. So this is why they preserved the message. And the message was preserved in cryptic language. Now to untie this, one has to study far more than what is just told by those scholars who work on the Dead Sea Scrolls. There is some inner evidence which can only be deciphered with the help of what was going on during that period in and around them. And that is why these scholars, I mean these young scholars in England, are now working very diligently to first study the history of enmities, of persecution, etc. There are many periods when Jews were under threat, like during their attempted rebellion in 70 AD, they were very heavily punished by the general of Roman Emperor, and they were practically wiped out from their homeland as a punishment. Now, they had a certain period of suffering and punishment, as I have just told you, but the people who saved or hid their message in the caves were not a people who could be attributed to the period of Jewish punishment at the hand of the Roman Empire and their generals. It is not a hurried work. It's a work spread over many decades. A slow, conscious effort to preserve the message and in peace, apparent peace, which is put in jars and sealed and put in the caves in different places. This is a process which does not indicate a situation of war and invasion. And again, the apparent understanding of the period runs not to just 1 or 2 years or a decade either. Almost all scholars, even those who put it as pre-Jesus Christ and those who put it as post-Jesus Christ period, agree that this is a matter of 100 or more years. This work was not just done in a jitty. It was a constant work. Hundreds of scrolls in different hands are discovered, and not all of them have been studied. So that is why it is far more important to acquire a wider attitude, a wider field of study. And unless these Ahmadis come out with some new discoveries which I am able to decipher, I can't answer you just offhand. This is a scholarly question and it has to be answered after full study and investigation. But at the same time, I invite you all and others who listen to me to help us, because this is a very wide field of study. For instance, it could be Christians living under a twofold threat. Threat from Jews and threat from the Romans. While they were in Rome, they were persecuted repeatedly, but most often they were not, because they had adopted their ideology by giving in to their mythical concepts of gods and Trinity, etc., etc. But it did not happen in the mainland Judea. There, they were mainly threatened by the Jews, and they were potentially threatened by the Roman agents. Potentially in the sense that they were under, they were absolutely under threat of being declared accessory to crime if they had admitted that Jesus Christ was alive. Not only alive, he was helped by them themselves to migrate from Judea to some other lands of the children of Israel where they had earlier migrated. Now this was one position which was a potential threat to them. And there was another position taken by the Jews who wanted to wipe them out, and they also would report to the government of their